completely chill. So lay on down onto your mat, bend your knees, put your feet on the floor, take your legs a little bit wider than normal, so slightly wider than your hips. Go ahead, take your arms out to the side, palms facing up, and just notice where the weight is in your body. So obviously the feet are going to be in the floor. Perhaps your butt or just above your butt area, kind of low back area, is going to be pressing down. Perhaps the back ribs. Can you allow the back ribs to sink into the floor? And when you do that, you'll notice the front of the ribs then will soften down as well. Now, if your eye gaze or your chin is jutting up to the ceiling and going back, this could be a prompt for you that you need a cushion behind the head. So have one of those handy. And then the arms are going out the side, and I feel obviously the weight in the back of the head. So we'll begin by just taking the pelvis into some forward and back motion. And I'm going to go uber slow this morning. You can go whatever speed you like. I'm using the feet to send the pelvis forward and back. And as you do this, can you really mindfully notice what's happening up around the head, around the ribs? Just let it all happen. Gently, gently pushing through the feet, sending the low back into the floor, feeling the ribs soften in, perhaps the chin lengthens towards the chest. And then as I take my pelvis the other way and kind of send it through my legs, low back comes up, chin slides towards chest. And we'll just keep going like that a couple of moments. Nice and gentle. Can you relax all your muscles? Breathe in, make your belly lovely and big. Exhale, soften everywhere. Feel your face soften. We'll take one more of these going forward, one more going back. And I'm just going to nudge my feet into the ground so I feel that my low back is just gently pressing into the floor, arms to the side. My legs are slightly wider than the hips, and I'm just going to take both legs now and gently bring them and drop them towards one side. I'm not squeezing any muscles. Take a full breath in as you allow that kind of top rib now to go up towards the ceiling. Opposite shoulder stays down. As you exhale, just softly soften the ribs in towards the ground before you lift the knees to go to the other side. So really nice, gentle movement, full breath. Exhale. Again, we go softly and gently moving from side to side. And as you're doing this, really try and kind of let go of any tension. See if you can breathe into any tension, soften the face, the neck, the shoulders. Taking the legs towards one side, and we'll pause this on this side. And I just really gently want you to, that top leg, can you just send it away from you? Gently squeeze the butt cheek, the top butt cheek. Send the knee reaching towards the wall, just having that sense of opening in the back, or sorry, in that top leg. Exhale again, we soften the ribs into the floor, and again, we move to the other side. Same idea, we take that top knee, that top leg, and send it away from you. I'm using my foot to press into the ground, and then squeezing into this butt cheek to feel the opening in the top hip. Opposite shoulder is still down. I'm going to move through center, and as I do that this time, I'm going to take my hands and put them behind my head. Do exactly the same thing. Send that knee reaching towards the wall away from you. Squeeze the butt cheek. Take the back arm now and bring it up and forward as we come into this lovely rotation. Take that elbow, press it down onto the ground, feeling the opening in the back. We'll rotate upper body first, taking it back. Keep the legs where they are for now. Feeling the rotation, take a breath. Exhale into the floor as you shift the knees again. Again, trying to be really soft in the ribs. Taking the legs across first, send that leg away from you. Press into that top foot touch. We'll take the back elbow up and across. Send the elbow down, opening into the back as we rotate. Take it back, the upper body first. Full breath in here, take a breath. Exhale, move the knees back to center. Settling yourself in center, find your feet on the floor, bring them back to shoulder distance. Let's just go ahead, rock the pelvis once or twice. Send the pelvis into the floor now as you stand into your feet. We peel on up, coming right up onto the shoulders. I'm going to come up higher, the first one. Press down, send the ribs up. Take the chest towards the chin. See what that feels like. Switch on those glutes, but pull them to the back of your knees. Breath in. And then as you exhale, soften the chest, the back of the throat. Peel all the way down, gently articulating. Unravel when you get to the bottom. Let those sit bones open wide as you take that pelvic curl. We'll take one more just like this, standing into your feet. As your low back finds the floor, we stand up into the feet, peeling up. Take a breath when you get here. Let's press down to come up a little higher. Squeeze the butt cheeks, send the knees reaching. Breath in here. Exhale. As we begin to peel down, take those arms up and back. Reach them. Soften. Feel the heaviness in the back of your throat as you peel all the way down. Interlace the fingers, find them at the back of the head, and we'll come straight up into a chest lift. Lifting your chest, softening the ribs into the floor. Take a full breath in. Exhale, we come down again. Breath. Ribs are going to lead the way. Feel the elbows reaching to the wall in front of you as you keep going in this chest lift. Finding the lovely expansion in the back of your shoulders. We'll take a couple more. And I'm softening my ribs, kind of sliding them gently towards my pelvis as I curl up. Let's pause at the top. Take a little rotation going from side to side. I'm going to take my legs slightly wider, just the feet. I'm letting my sacrum be heavy into the floor as I go through this rotation. And my focus is on getting that back shoulder collarbone towards the outside of the opposite knee. It's that sense of sending it there. Take your eye gaze there as well. Keep rotating and keep lifting. Feeling that work through the ribs as the pelvis stays nice and heavy and stable. This is your last one. Go back to center. Let's peel down again. Find the arms, reach them long. Stand back into your feet as you peel back up into your bridge. Let the arms be heavy in the floor now. Let those shoulders sink down. I'm just going to take my ribs and soften them a touch. Be in your feet. Could you stand into one leg a lot and just send it reaching as the same side arm lengthens back? We go into a little bit of flexion here. So my other leg is still down, but I'm just focusing on the right side. Soften everything back to center. Do the same thing. I'm going to stand into my left a lot. That's going to pull my ribs open, lengthen the back arm, open side body, full breath. Squeeze the glute back to center. We'll take one more on each side in your own time. And I want you to feel your glutes switch on. Feel your quads working back through center. We've got a big emphasis on the quads today to help the knees. And we're going to focus on glutes back through center. Pause when you get there. Take the arms now out to side body, soften the ribs, lift your pelvis a touch more. Breath in. Exhale. Peel down. All the way. Lay your spine down onto the floor. Let your sit bones open, unravel. Feel free to get a cushion if you'd like. Just go ahead and lift one leg to tabletop. Pull it in towards you a lot. Wrap the legs or the hands around your thigh. Just go to straighten that leg, but keep pulling in. Feel the stretch in the back of the hip. Relax your foot, relax your butt. Breath here. Exhale. Replace that leg. Same thing. Pull in. Can you let the ribs be lovely and heavy? Hands find the back of your leg. Continue to pull in. Floppy foot, go to straighten. Just enough to feel that stretch in the back of the hamstrings. Can you actively breathe in now down into pelvic floor, into the side of that sit bone? Breath. And then exhale. Replace it down. Let's float both legs now up to tabletop. Pull them in. Take them to the side. Let go of everything here. And I just want you to take a moment to check in and make sure that you're not squeezing anywhere, particularly not pelvic floor. Can you take a few breaths now and actively relax the pelvis, the whole lot of it, the kind of butt area, the pelvic floor. Breathe in. Exhale, soften. And again, breathe in. Exhale, soften. Let's take those legs back to tabletop. I'm going to let my feet be floppy, pull the legs together, hands behind the head. Let's take a breath and curl on up. Get yourself up as high as you can. Feel like your shoulders are up off the floor and you feel that connection in your tummy. Take the legs up. We're just going to start with some toe taps. And we just want you to keep going in your own time. Can you keep the trunk nice and stable? Lift your chest. Now, if your neck is at you, feel free to keep the head down. We're just going to keep this movement happening. I want you to focus on your pelvis staying quiet. As one leg lifts up back towards you, can you notice that that sit bone opens really wide? I'd like you to let that happen so that we get some lovely, great, even movement in our hip joint. Keep going. Let's add some rotation whenever you're ready. Rotating upper body towards that knee. Perhaps, maybe we've still got the head down, and that's totally fine too. Can you check in that the same thing is still happening with that sit bone? As you rotate towards it now, you're still feeling that opening in the side of the hip, in the butt area, keeping the pelvis quiet, but the core is starting to really scream. Rotate, pull in, rest down. Nothing behind the head. Feet on the floor. We'll come back up into this bridge. Stand into both feet. Full breath. Press down a touch. Exhale. We'll peel all the way down. We'll take one more of these. Exhaling. Roll through the pelvis. Send the knees reaching to the wall in front of you. Standing into your feet. Pause. Now pull those sit bones to the back of your knees. Feel the opening in the low back as you do this. Keep on breathing. Soften the ribs, but send your pelvis reaching. Pull your pubic bone towards you. Beautiful breath. Exhale and peel down. Feel free to continue with both legs on the ground if you'd like to. Otherwise, let's spice it up a little bit. Pull one of your legs in towards you. Just pull the knee in. Let the foot be floppy. And I want you to keep that knee in the whole time. Stand into your other foot and just lift up. Squeeze into this glute and come on down. We've got 10 of these. Now, option is to put the hands behind the thigh bone that's in the air. And I want you to keep pulling it in. If it's at you, as in you feel like that's creating tension, obviously just bring the hands down. But this knee that's pulling in is going to protect your low back. So I want that stable and pulled in towards you, yes? Keep that sense of pull. And as you stand into the standing leg, we're halfway. Could you squeeze the glute, but send the knee reaching to the wall in front of you? This is a great exercise for glutes. And for actually, if you've any low back problems, as long as it's not like a bulging disc or anything, this is great. If it's just kind of tightness, we need to strengthen up these glutes. And that's going to take the pressure off your low back. Keep that sense of lift. Keep pressing down to lift up. Doesn't matter how high. I just want you to feel the work in the glute and the quads and the hamstring. And that's enough. Keep going. Let's pause at the top. Stay up here. All we're going to do is stay up here. Give your butt cheek a whack. Hit it with your hand. Make sure it's switched on. Could you stand up a little more? Could you pull your knee in a little more? Keep your pelvis quiet and then peel all the way down. Go to the other side. We reverse. We lift up. Same thing. Pull that knee in towards you. Go ahead and stand into your leg. Pause when you get there. And peel down. I've just got a cramp, so ignore me for a second. Keep going. Feel free to stop if you're cramping too. But what I'd like you to do is, can you go slow, particularly on the way down, yes? So find that lift, pause for a moment. I want you to feel the work and then slowly peel down, yes? Tempo is everything. So stand into the foot, pause there. Are you pressing your big toes into the ground? Can you feel your quad? Then peel down. Go again. Feel free to do what you want with your arms. I just want to make sure that there's no tension in the head, neck, and shoulders. Keep that knee coming in towards you with the one in the air. Lift, hold, stand into your foot. If it's not like firing you a lot, perhaps you need to come up higher. You need to hang out there a little longer. Find your heel into the floor, but also those big toes. I want the whole foot, press into all of it. Lift, fire into that quad. Mine is screaming. Go again, lifting up. And if it's not feeling good in your body today, as we said, feel free to just do it with both legs on the ground. Let's take 2 more. Exhale, we lift. Oh, yikes. Last one. Crikey. When you do these well, they really fire. Hold up there. Come on, see if there's any more. Pull in, lift up, switch on, hit your glute if you need to, and peel all the way down. Both feet find the floor. Let's lengthen out the legs and the arms. Take them long behind you. Find a stretch. So send one foot away, flex your foot, and reach the arm. Do the same on the other side. Back to center, hands find the back of your head. Let's lift up again. Legs to tabletop, curl up. Find that lift. Send the head into the hands. This time we're reaching one leg long and away, and we're switching. Now I want you to send your ribs gently to your pelvis as you're doing this single leg stretch. Reach the arms now long by your side. Could you lift up a little higher? Could you reach more to open those shoulders? Hands find the back of your head again. Let's add the rotation, perhaps. Now you'll notice when I added the rotation, my leg it's not going to go as close to the floor because I want to keep my pelvis nice and quiet. Keep going, reach, and again. Lift, lift, couple more. Keep the pelvis nice and quiet. Keep the rotation happening. And pull in, legs down. Second set of bridge. Find that space again. Feel free to come up with both legs. Otherwise, leg comes in. I'm going to start with the other one this time. Stand in, lift up, pause. Find that heat. Find that work. Peel down. We go again. And really focus on keeping the other knee in so that we can isolate this work to the standing leg. Go again. Send the knee reaching. All that little work that we did at the beginning, that sense of reach with your knees and your legs or quads. Could you find that now as you're doing this? Halfway, we're doing 8 this time. Stand into the leg, press into the whole of your foot. Feel the difference when you really use the whole foot. Find the ball of your foot now and stand into it. I hope your quads are screaming as well as your butt. Last one. Hold, lift, squeeze a little more, and peel all the way down. Other side. Pull the leg in. Oh, mommy. Take a breath. Again, we stand into it. Pull it in and down. Lovely articulation. Take your time. Remember, hang around at the top for a second or two so that you feel that fire. Don't come down till you feel the fire, till you feel the work in your thighs, front and back. Number 4 here, halfway. Squeeze your butt cheeks. And again, lift. As you lift up, what's going on in those ribs? You keep them nice and soft. Again. Peel. This is your last one. Up you come. We'll stay up here for an extra second. Switch on, lift up a little higher. Breathe, 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 and then peel all the way down. Knees come in. We'll take one more final stretch. Take the hands behind you and just begin to rock forward and back, giving your low back and your whole spine a wee bit of a massage. Try not to use too much momentum here. And again, if it doesn't feel nice in your spine, just go ahead and skip this one. Come up to the top. Let's take a little bit more time with this. One leg up, then the other. Stabilize. Get into some lovely flexion. So I want you to feel the width in your shoulder blades here. Could you send them east and west and then pause? Inhale, roll back onto your spine. Exhale, come up and hold. Keep the width in your shoulders. That's your challenge. I want you to keep that width in your shoulders as you do this lovely rolling like a ball. Balance when you get up there. One more time. Pause and place the feet down. Take a full breath in. Reach the arms in front of you. As you exhale, we're going to roll off the back of your sits bones and peel all the way down. Arms come back behind you. Feel free to soften those knees. As you exhale, round and peel all the way up. Continue with straight legs if you'd like, or feel free to bend them if there's anything going on in your low back. Reach those arms and take a full breath in. Exhale. Reach forward. We'll take 2 more. I'm going to soften my knees on the way down so that I really feel that full articulation. Then straighten them on the way back up. Exhale, peel up. Reach. We'll take 1 more. Exhale, peel all the way down. Reach those arms. Coming back up again. And sit tall. Let's try a flat back. So, can you sit up on your sits bones? Feel free to take the legs a little wider. You could even take the feet together and let the knees drop out a touch. That's going to take the pressure off your hips. I'd like you sitting up on your sits bones. So what we've done up until now, holding on for a moment, is you've softened and allowed that low back to lead as you've come into lovely flexion. And then inhale, keeping the flexion to sit up tall. If that's what feels good in your body this morning, please continue. We're going to spice it up a little bit though. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your arms in front of you. Can you feel that you are lengthening now and the ribs have softened gently inwards? It's hard to be here. There is a gentle roll off the back of your sits bones, but then I just want you to hinge. Eye gaze kind of floats to the wall in front of you as you come back with this flat back idea. Hold for a moment and then come on up, reaching the arms. So immediately there's work in your core. It's hard to do it and talk. So let's try again. I'm going to keep my mouth shut this time. Breath. Gentle roll. Hinge. Hold. Send those arms forward. Take a moment, round for a second before we go into it again. If it doesn't feel good, folks, in your low back, don't go there. Sit up tall. Exhale, we do the roll. And then we hinge. Take it back, take it back. Is your chest lifting as you go back? Your rib cage area should be screaming. Soften your arms. Whoo! Come forward, do it again. 1 more, breath in. Gentle roll first, and then it's a hinge. Pause. Roll all the way down. Pull your knees in, take a wee stretch. Let's turn onto the side and help yourself up. Come on up onto all fours. Take the arms out, take the sits bones up into the air and bring the chest down. Take a full breath in, and this is going to be your rest pose if whatever we do next doesn't feel good in your body. Take a nice deep breath in, let those sits bones be open. Collect yourself in your center. Send 1 elbow and 1 armpit down towards the floor. Move through center and do the same on the other side so that you feel this opening and this lovely lengthening down side body. Full breath in. Soften the face, soften the head as you're doing this move. Help yourself up onto all fours. And we're going to go straight into some planks. So steady yourself onto your hands. Push the floor away. Let the sits bones be open now. And then go ahead and just hover the knees off the floor. This is going to be option number 1. Press down to lift up. Holding here, collect yourself in your center. Knees come down. Sit right back. Take a stretch. Option number 1, This is what it is. Option number 2, come up again, steady yourself, lift your knees, and we're going to go straight into some rotation. You're going to take the knees to one side, back to center, knees to the other side. Now, as you're doing this rotation, could you really keep going? Push down into the ground a lot to do the rotation. Keep the head lovely and stable. Beautiful job. Feel free to stick with the first version, guys. Keep pushing the back of the head up towards the ceiling so that we're not hanging the head. Come to center, sit right back on the heels. Take a moment, take a breath. And again, we're going to add on if you'd like to. Come on up, stabilize yourself and take a moment. Lift those knees. Pause here, adding on. We're going to take the knees to one side and take the lower leg out and come into a little wee side lift. Pause here. Lift that top arm towards the ceiling. Come back through center. Same thing, other side. We rotate the knees, lower leg comes out and we lift up. We hold for a moment. We go through center. Same thing. Rotate, lift. Now, I want you to feel the work in the back of you here. And what I mean by that is, can you stabilize in your shoulder at the back of you to lift up? Pause for a moment and back through center. Keep that sense of lift. Let's go again. Breathe. Remember your options if it's not feeling like it's going to work this morning. And again, rotate, lift. This is your last one. Come through center, hold for a moment, organize your body, then knees down, come on into your little stretch, whichever feels good for you. Sitting back on the heels or lengthening the arms and letting that butt stay up in the air. Breath in, breath out. Could you breathe into the back of you here? And then gently, gently help yourself up. Let's face front now. We're on the knees. Face front. And we'll take one leg out beside you. And again, we'll do this in stages. So stick with whatever feels good in your body. Let's take the arms out to the side. We'll take a little side stretch first. So reaching up towards the ceiling. Press down in the bottom arm. Lift up in the top. Relax that head. We'll do the same on the other side. Now, as you move away from this leg, you're going to feel the work in your obliques. So it's up to you to kind of let that happen, control the movement, and perhaps you're not going to reach that far away from you. You're going to have that sense of staying more towards that leg. If you want to work harder, of course, you're going to reach away more. So let's do that now. Working harder looks a bit more like this. Take it away. Now bring that underarm underneath you first. Pause here. Are you still in that foot? And then take this arm out. Take it down. Let's do one more of those. Reaching up. Take it back. Help yourself up to do the rotation. Take this leg in. Same on the other side. Reach away. You're going to decide how far you want to go with it. Let's breathe in. Lift this arm up towards the ceiling. Open the ribs. Reach away. I just want you to get that sense of your ribs moving. Let's pause this time. Take it here. Maybe you're just going to keep this arm here, or you're going to bring it up and down, up and down. Back to the first leg. We go again. This time, as you move away, you're going to take both arms over the head. Perhaps come back up. Option, reach your arm away like so. Yes? Now you're going to know you'll need the option if your back is at you, if your neck is at you. Yes? There should be lots of work in your core, but not those two places screaming. Yes? Now, the difficult part with this is, as you take those arms over the head, can you soften the ribs and send your pelvis forward? You're going to want to sit back and you're going to want to flare the ribs. Don't let that happen. Keep going. Lift up. And again, if you feel your neck, go ahead and do this. Soften, soften, soften. I just want your core firing, yes? Last one. Pause out here now. Take this bottom arm down. Let's lift up first of all to have a stretch. Take the arm over the head. Again, press down to lift up. Open these ribs. Now continue with this arm. Rotate until you find the floor and you're coming back into this plank. Lifting the back leg, lift the hips. Option, knees to the floor. I'm going to take the option because we're doing some tricep press-ups. Could you bend the elbows towards the back of the room and then push up? Keep everything collected in your tummy. Feel free to be on your toes, but my wrists just are not allowing that this morning. Push up, and again, one more. Take your chest through your shoulders, push up. Take a breath, lift into your plank, hold here. Let's take the hips up towards the ceiling for a down dog. Again, feel free to come into a child's pose if this is not working for you. Breathe in, open up those sit bones, find the length. Ripple back into your plank now. Pause here, choose a leg, lift, place it down. Again, lift, place it down. One more time, lift, place it down. Lift, place it down. Remember where we came from. Bring the first knee back to the floor. Let's rotate back to where we came into our side and come on up. Hold. Whew. Knee comes down. Other side out. Take that leg out. Take a full breath in now. Option, bring the arms out to reach like so. Up to you how far you go, yes? That's option one. Option two, take both arms over the head, taking it slow as you reach, thinking pelvis forward, ribs softening inwards. And again, find that length, find that length. Are you in your neck? Perhaps you want to take your arms here across the chest. Whatever gets you firing in the front, but taking the pressure off the low back and off the neck. One more. Pause. Take it down, reach it up and over. Now press down to lift up. We'll take that beautiful stretch. We're going to rotate to come towards the floor like we did. But what I want you to do is put the knees down. We're going to come onto the elbows in this fashion, okay? So come on down into your plank with your arms crossed, if that makes sense, and onto your elbows. We're going to do some quad work. Pause here. Now, before we do anything, of course, option, knees, hang out here. Can you check that you've got the width across collarbones and shoulder blades before you do a thing? So we don't want to be rounded in this position. Now, I'm going to lift one leg, hold. Now, I want you to straighten the standing leg a lot and pull the quad, pull the muscle above your knee really tightly up towards you. I want you to feel the work in your quads. Hold. Replace it down, other side, lift. Same thing. Now get that quad working, straighten that leg, breathe. Both feet down, knees, sit back, take a moment. We're going to do that one again. Now it should feel like your quad is screaming, yes? Can you make sure the upper body is still in good form though? And I want you to really focus. Imagine if you were standing and you were pulling that quad up towards you. The fire is just above the knee, all up there, yes? And I want you to hold it for about 10 seconds. Unless you have an injury, then fine. But otherwise, I want you to be like, oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus. Really good for the knees. Okay, come on down, organize yourself. Lift. I'm gonna start, let's go. Get into your plank, lift. You could lift your hips slightly higher than normal. Now pull your knee towards you, hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down, other side. Could you straighten that standing leg more? Open the back of your knee more. Push, hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Replace the foot. Come on down. Lay onto your tummy. Let's take those hands and put them underneath the elbows. Breath in. Exhale. We'll send the elbows reaching long behind you. Just have that sense of lift in your chest. And then come on down. A couple of these. Tip of the nose on the mat. Exhale, we send those elbows reaching. When we've got our weights later, we're going to be doing some postural work as well. And replace it down. Breath in. Exhale, send those elbows reaching. Take your chest through your shoulders. Pause here. Now check in. Are both shoulders feeling the width? Can you feel the work in the back of both of your shoulders? Organize it so that you feel the work in your lats. Chances are one is working harder than the other, and replace it down. What you don't want to feel here, keep going, is that your shoulders, either of them are popping forward. I want you to feel openness, elbows back, chest coming through. Hold and down. Let's add on. We go again, elbows. Relax your butt cheeks here. Let's take those arms now and reach them long. Palms facing. But are you evenly distributed between both shoulders? Reach. Hands come back. Take a moment. Let's go again. Breath in. Exhale, we lift. Chest comes through. Arms reach back. I'm going to take my palms now and bring them down, facing down. But I want that sense of shoulders feeling open in the front. Keep reaching, keep reaching. Find more length. And come back down. We'll go again. Breath in. We'll send it back. Chest comes through. Reach. Let's take the arms out to a T now. Just about in line with your shoulders. Could you press your hands towards the ceiling? Feel the width though. Don't let the shoulder pop forward because you pressed your hands up. Take your thumbs and rotate them towards the ceiling. Keep looking down, chin in. Yes, the work is across the upper back, the shoulders. Breathe. Hands come down, rest. We're going to do that one again. Oh my goodness, it's hard, isn't it? Arms are heavy. So remember the shoulders. You see the way when I'm lying here, they're popping forward. When you lift that arm up, make sure it doesn't pop forward. You want to rotate it back so you get right into those postural muscles. We'll go again. Send the arms back. Shoulders. Feel the work. Arms come out. Perhaps feel free to just keep your hands on the floor like we were doing. Rotate thumbs. Hold. Palms facing the front of the room. Breathe. Take the thumbs up towards the ceiling. Hold. Keep breathing. And come on down. Let's help yourself up. We'll go straight into that shelf first. Sit back on the heels. We're coming to the standing section in a moment. Breathe into the back of you. Help yourself up. I'm just going to take a quick drink. And come on. Okay. I'm just going to move that. So if you have weights, feel free to use them. Feel free to use them for a bit and then not use them. So we're going slightly heavier this morning, so we won't be doing any swinging or jerking movements. So take the legs shoulder width apart. Keep them shoulder width apart. Step forward with one, okay? So notice the distance with the back. Feel free to move away from that center line for more balance, yes? Could you shift the body weight forward, first of all? So from a side view, it's like this. Notice the shoulders though. Can you connect yourself? You should be very aware of your postural muscles because we've just use them a lot. Bring the weights in front, keep the shoulders back. Fire up that leg, hold. Now don't collapse. I want you to keep those muscles working in the back of you as you do this. And step back. Go the other side. Step forward, bend the knee, get the postural working, and then come forward. Hold. That sense of that knee, can you press it to the side a touch, if that makes sense? And come back. Let's go again. Take it forward, bend the knee, come forward with the weights, but watch this doesn't happen with the shoulders. Roll them back, keep the sense of opening. Notice the more you bring them down, obviously it's going to be a lot more work. Don't lose those shoulders, whatever you do. Hold and come back. Go again. Take it forward. Use the back leg for balance. Make sure you're feeling that work. Shoulders. Good job. Hold. Feel the leg load. You want to feel that quad, the hamstring, the glute, the whole lot, and come back. Go again. Couple more. Load up that leg. Load up that leg. Remember that knee. Don't let it track inwards. Have you forgotten the shoulders? Keep the shoulders back. That's it. Really good. This is going to be your last one. We're going to add on if you like. Check in with those shoulders. So I feel the work in the back of my body, also in the front leg. And I'm in my back foot too. And come back. Let's add on if you'd like to. Come forward. Load up that leg. Option to stay. Let's work by bringing the elbows back now. I want you to squeeze them close to the body. Release down. We're going to do this 5 times. So temptation to let the elbows flare. Squeeze them. Let the chin stay towards the chest. Release. And again, we're holding. Pull back. Hold the squeeze for 3, 2, 1. Very much firing that leg. Pull it back again. 3, 2, 1. Resist the urge to look at the screen. Last one. Come back. Same with the other side. Step forward. So the loaded leg should be feeling very worked here. Organize yourself. Pull up. Oh, my elbows want to flare. Down. So really focus on good alignment. Get those elbows in. Feel the work in the back. Feel the stretch in the front. 2 more. Press into the whole foot. Release down. Last one. Squeeze the elbows. And step back. Good job. Let's go to side lunge. Same thing. Roll the shoulders a couple of times first. Step out to the side. Doesn't matter how far. And I'm stepping slightly in front as well. Slightly in front. Shoulders back. And then the weights are coming down either side of my leg. Hold. Feel the work. And then step in. Other side. Slightly in front. You got to make it work on both sides. Don't forget the back of you. And feel free to not use the weights if you'd want to. If you're not using weights though, let's try and start just from the point of view of bone health, getting this body strong. You don't need to be lifting uber heavy to make a difference. Go again. Step in front just a touch. Could you bend a little more perhaps? Check in that that leg is working. You want almost a shake around the quad area. Push up, other side. Step forward. Get that sit bone back. Get the weight onto the heel. Have you dropped the shoulders? Be mindful. Once you feel that work in the quad, you are good to go to the other side. So we stay for an extra moment. And come on up. From here, let's take the weights now up towards the shoulders. Hold them there. Lift one leg. Take it back. Keep the chest upright now as you come down into your lunge. Pause. Send the arms reaching over the head. Weights come to shoulder, we stand up, same side, take it back. Obviously feel free to leave the shoulder press out. Really want a tall body, yes? And when that leg comes up in front, get it high. Lift it up high, and then get it back. Press, reach, lift up, go again, down. Feeling the work in that front leg, we're halfway. Down you go. Push. And lift. Go again. Oh, my goodness. I think it's the lingering. It's when you hang around that little extra second, just makes you work that little bit harder. Lift, last one. Stay down here now, stay. One arm up, down, other one. Press, and again. Press. Can you keep the body tall as you press up? Last one. Come on in. Oh my goodness, I hope I'm not the only one with screaming quads. Take it back, weights come up. We come into our lunge. Press, and then lift. Feel free to lose the weights perhaps on this side. How are the shoulders? Mine are burning. Postural work though, folks. Lift. I mean, really, when you think about the amount of time that we sit, you can never really have enough of this. And the lighter weights work the small muscles. Oh my goodness. Take it back. Just think of something nice. Let's do two more. Take it back, come on. Press. Lift. Last one, we're holding here. Hold. One at a time, come on. Get the body upright. Load up. And come on up. Take a moment, I just need a drink. Take a moment. What a beautiful morning. And my door is broken, I can't open it. How annoying. Okay, let's go back into our postural work, yes? Not that we ever left it. I'm gonna go side view. Choose a leg. Up nice and tall. Take it back behind you. Shoulders engaged. We're coming into a little deadlift. Gently bring those weights forward, but be in the back of you. Really doesn't matter how far forward. And then take the leg up. Stay on the same side. And what I want you to imagine is actually this rolling action that's going on in your pelvis right now as you're doing this. So think about your pelvis leading the way as opposed to your weights. Standing up, pelvis comes forward, pubic bone. Coming back, opening that standing sit bone. Coming forward, go again. Collect yourself in your center. Collect yourself. Coming up, this is your last one. Let's hold here. Hold. One arm, pull it back, elbow to ceiling, get it close to the body. Other side, pull it back, same thing. Now remember, we want to make sure that that shoulder doesn't drop forward. Work into the back of you. One at a time, challenging that balance. And come on up. Hold, replace the leg. Same thing on the other side, taking it back, coming forward. Feel free to do these without the weights, guys. Just as good body weight exercise. Coming forward, standing tall. And again. Oh, I have the cutest little squirrels in the garden right now. Oh, so cute. Keep going. Remember that rolling action of the pelvis, lifting up, coming forward, loading up that leg. Come forward and hold, stay. Let's move the arms now, one at a time. Little bit of rotation while we work the back. And again. Pulling back, chin in, watch that front shoulder. Fix a spot on the floor, last one, and stand tall. Okay, let's lose the weights. We are going to do a little short squatty sequence for a bit of a stretch, and we are good to go. Take the legs a little bit wider, no weights, or well, you feel free to use the weights if you want to. Take a breath, hands on the hips. Let's just bend the knees. Keep the chest lifted now. I want you to have that sense of your hips opening, sit bones opening, arms out. Pause here. Let's go back into our side bend. Forward and back. What am I saying? Side to side. Open up the ribs. Can you feel like your sits bones are opening here as you squat down? Keep the chest lifted. Come through center. Let's pulse it down now. Pulse it down for 10, 9, 8, 7. The sit bones are opening every time you're pulsing down. Feel the freedom in the hips. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go again. Down even further. Lift up and then down. Lift up, down. Press out again. Keep that sense of lift and keep that sense of openness. Press those knees out to the side. Hold down there. Hold. Whew. Hands onto your thighs. Perhaps reorganize. Oh, open the sits bones. Let's pulse it down again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Come on, press. 2. Let's add on. Okay, pulse down. We're going to lift this leg now and take it behind you. And then take it back. Doesn't matter how wide. Now, if you've stuff going on in your knees right now, this might not feel good in your body. Keep going. Press. Keep the body upright. Keep the chest lifted. And again, press. Woo-hoo-hoo. Last one on this side. Take it out. Hold. We pulse again. 10, 9, 8. I'm just doing this with my arms because I just want to do something different. Don't know what to do. 5, 4. Get ready for the other side. Oh my God, how's the legs? Hold. Open. Same thing. Drop down. Take your time. Take your time so that there's no jerkiness in your knees, yes? Take that little time in between to organize your body, yes? Oh my goodness. I'd say this whole class has just been me going, oh my goodness. This is your last one, and we're going to hold for a last little wee bits of squat. Now I'm just folding the arms. That's because my shoulders are now burning. Let's put the hands here and roll while we're doing this. How ridiculous do you feel now? Pulse it down. Roll the shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring the arms to the floor. Pause here. Just bend into one knee. Reorganize. Bend into the other knee. Stand, and then again. Bend, So now just getting that nice stretch in the back. Both legs come to straight. Let's take a full breath in here. We rebuild. Let those arms be lovely and heavy. Roll the shoulders when you get to the top. Oh my goodness, absolutely roasted alive. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Thanks,
Bye,
Jen.
Thank
Guys,
you.
have a lovely day.
Thanks a million, Glenn.
Thanks, love. Hi, Dee. Oh, am I the only one with the legs? I'm absolutely dripping.
No, bro, it's brilliant.
Do we like the weights?
Yes. Yeah.
I think we're going to start using more weights. Just, you know, good for the bones, good for the posture. Anyway, have a lovely day, guys. If you want the class,
Thanks so much.
no bother. I might just send it to everybody anyway.
Thanks. Bye.